The news day continues here on One News Now. I'm Riza Diaz. The Philippines will continue to include the AstraZeneca vaccine in its nationwide inoculation drive amid blood clot reports in Europe. Dr. Ana Ong Lim of the DOH Technical Advisory Group stressed that not all the side effects are caused by the shot. He noted that in terms of the blood clot reports, they are still looking for a link between the vaccine and the reported adverse effects following immunization.
Kailangan maintindihan ng mga tao na hindi lahat ng nangyayari matapos mabakunahan ay kasalanan ng bakuna. No? So, pwedeng nagkakataon lang o yung tinatawag na coincidence, pwede rin naman talagang tukoy na galing sa bakuna o may causality. So, tinitignan particularly dito sa usapin ng blood clots na ito, yung rate, kung gaano ba kadalas yan ma-report bago nagsimula ang bakunahan, and kino-compare dun sa dami ng mga kasong inire-report matapos nagsimula ang bakunahan.
Some of AstraZeneca's data is, quote, a little head-scratching, according to a Johns Hopkins professor. He also supports the decision of some countries to pause the rollout of the British jabs. More of this on Bloomberg Television. Let's listen in.
When you look at AstraZeneca and all of the media out there, a lot of also countries saying that actually for the moment they've suspended using the vaccine. Why are they getting such a bad reputation?
Yeah, some of the data coming from the AstraZeneca it's a little head scratching. Certainly, I think from a positive standpoint, it shows that vaccine safety is still a high priority across many countries, and monitoring for these kind of adverse effects is still very much on people's minds and governments' minds. So a pause to make sure that some of these adverse events are not associated with the vaccine or are associated with vaccine is good, especially in a time when we know vaccine supply is the problem and countries are really working towards getting more vaccines. So I think this is a pause. I think we'll probably see in a week or two the vaccination campaign come back into place. But again, I would view this as a good thing. We're monitoring vaccine safety. We're not just rolling out the vaccine haphazardly. We're really paying attention to what's going on in the population and looking for these adverse effects that may only come out when we're vaccinating millions of people.
Is it too soon to tell the people that have been inoculated what they can do? What does the CDC guidelines actually tell us? Can people, go back to work easier? Can they travel? Like, what's your take overall on this?
Yeah, I think we'll see over the next few weeks a gradual rolling out of additional guidelines for people who are vaccinated. At least here in the U.S. and in many countries, the vaccination campaign has really been limited to people who are in high-risk groups, healthcare workers, the elderly, people with pre-existing medical conditions. So the guidance from the CDC is really focused on some of those populations and what they can do. As we roll into the mass vaccination campaign, we're going to start to see more and more information on what regular people can do, going back to work, being able to congregate. I think President Biden mentioned a few things that are very important in terms of, goals for sort of early summer, midsummer, as a time when we really are going to start to see changes in how we act on a population-wide basis.
The provincial government of Oriental Mindoro confirms that PNP Chief Debod Sinas skipped health protocols last Thursday, the day when he announced he contracted COVID-19. Provincial Office OIC Hubert Dolor said Sinas arrived in the province through a helicopter and went straight to the PNP regional headquarters in Calapan City. Dolor assures the public, however, that all PNP personnel observed minimum health protocols. Sinas went to the PNP Mimaropa headquarters to lead the ceremonial COVID-19 vaccination for the police in the region. And we'll be back with more stories after the break. Keep it here on One News. You're still watching One News Now. I'm Riza Diaz. Improper, deplorable, and alarming. This is how the Integrated Bar of the Philippines describes the letter from Calbayog Police, which asked the trial court for the names of lawyers representing supposed communist terrorist group personalities. IBP calls on government officials to probe the issue, saying that lawyers must be able to do their jobs without threats, harassment, intimidation, or retribution. Recall that a letter signed by Police Lieutenant Fernando Calabria made rounds on social media Friday. The letter included an attachment to be filled out with details such as the names of the lawyer and his or her client and mode of neutralization. PNP officer in charge, Lieutenant General Guillermo Elizar, has ordered the relief of Calabria. Now in weather, Pag-asa continues to monitor a weather disturbance within the Philippine Area of Responsibility. A low-pressure area, or LPA, was spotted southeast of Puerto Princesa City in Palawan. Although it is less likely to develop into a tropical depression, moderate to heavy rains are still expected over the province. The Bicol region, Samar provinces, and Quezon may also experience cloudy skies with scattered rain showers and thunderstorms. Meanwhile, here are stories from around the world. The United Nations reports that the Myanmar military has killed at least 70 people since the political turmoil broke out last month. More than half of those killed are under 25. Meanwhile, over 2,000 people have also been detained or alleged violence. Minneapolis City is willing to pay $27 million to resolve the civil lawsuit filed by George Floyd's family over his death in May last year. The trial for Derek Chauvin, the Minneapolis police officer who was seen physically abusing Floyd, has already begun this week. And Queen Elizabeth II makes her first public appearance since the tell-all interview of his grandson, Prince Harry, and his wife, Duchess Meghan. The 94-year-old monarch, however, did not make any comments about the issue. Instead, she proceeded to talk about NASA's Mars Perseverance mission and the discovery of a rare meteorite in England.
Months in quarantine. 12 months of battling the coronavirus. 12 months of living in a new normal. This March 14, One News brings together the people who helped shape the way we live in the year of pandemic. How have we managed? What we may have missed? Where are we headed? Some of the country's leading voices in the scientific and business communities face the nation as the Philippines balances public health and economy. Kumusta na ba tayo? A town hall in the time of pandemic. Moderated by Robbie Alampay and Cheryl Cosim. Join us live March 14, Sunday. We are One News.
Now for more updates, visit News 5, The Philippine Star, and Business World Online. Visit our website, onenews.ph, for more in-depth analysis. You can also catch One News on Signal Play app. Register for a free account now at www.signalplay.com and stream One News live anytime, anywhere. Mask on, wash hands, and stay safe, Philippines. I'm Riza Diaz. We are One News.